We're starting this morning. We're going to have, whatever it is, 5 acts to block. These are players coming out to amuse people. They are here to simply tell a silly story and entertain people. And the result is that this will be a very stylized play. There will be no attempt to be real people, not caricatures, but you'll be amusing, we hope. We hope. Still, we want to get away from the sort of Death of a Salesman or Lorca or that kind of reality. This is a comedy, and it's to be kept as high comedy as we can possibly make it. If that's any clue to you in your characters, you can start working with that in mind. They will be broader than you are used to. Okay? Now, the musicians. You'll be playing live between every single scene. Between every single scene. While the set crew or while the actors are changing, or you all, whoever you are, the musicians will be playing. But to get something that is light and airy, something that is easy, something that is comical, something that has lots of bright runs in it, and put it together. Yes, Beth?
Sir, do you want us to use the Shakespearean music?
As much as possible, if you can. You'll also be asked to play at appropriate times during the show. So have information. If you haven't looked over your part by now, you are in dangerous shape. Very, very bad. You better get going. Costumes. You must check today, as soon as Marcy, wherever you are, Debbie and Adrian, you must check with Marcy today to find out what people are playing what, because they are playing many people in many scenes, and they have to be different. Okay? That kind of thing is very important. This is a play of mistaken identity, many mistaken identities, and that's got to be clearly worked on. Props, you've got to build a lute. One of the major props will be a lute that you'll have to have a lute that plays, and then he comes back in with a lute that has been smashed over his head. So, and it's sitting there. His head is the round part of the lute is here, and he's carrying it here with his head sticking out through the lute. Who is Hortensio? Carrie. All right, there will be rehearsals every evening this week. You can plan on that. Now, we close the season next week. The end of next week closes this season. There's nothing I can do about it. This show is very difficult. Very, very difficult, and I'm going to make it work, and so are you. Now, we've got 2 assistants to the director. They will be there to make sure that they know where the scenes are and what you're doing. If you have any questions, talk to them. That kind of thing. Talk to me about all the other acting problems and so on that you have. All right?
The other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to the side, 2, 3, 4, up to the other side, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, over, 2, 3, 4, up, out, over, 2, 3, 4, the side, 2, 3, 4, the other side, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, over for 2, 1, 2, up, out, over, 1, 2, up to the side, 1, 2, up, out, over, 1, side, 1, side, 1, back, 1, over 1, over 1, 1, 1, back, over, side, side.
I don't want to hear them ever on stage. It's just carelessness, and it's just simple lack of concentration if I ever hear them. I haven't got time to worry about those this week. Okay? Now, the way we have organized this, we have, where's that list? Yep. We have this time, this is your names are on here and the scenes that you are in, okay? All the way across, not your parts, your names. So it says here, Scott Snyder, he's in 1-2, 2-1, 5-2. Okay? Whenever we're rehearsing those scenes, you are here. Okay? Whenever we're rehearsing those scenes. Roy Hollingsworth, we will have to get John Alberts, Julian Gamble, Terry Vandervoort, Jay Longan, Chris Benjamin. We won't worry about Jake. We'll stand by, please. Have pencils ready. Let's get going. Yes? Let's get over and get that.
Yeah, not the first act. Okay. Now these obviously can't be seen, so you have to light this way.
Right. Very back of the room.
And Christopher's slide is going to be approximately here somewhere. You know, the main center of light I'd like in the center here.
And by my Father's love and leave am armed with his goodwill and thy good company. My trusty servant well approved in all, he let us breathe and haply institute a course of learning and ingenious study. Pisa, renowned for grave citizens, gave me my being and my father first, a merchant of great traffic through the world. A merchant of great traffic through the world. A Vincentio, come of the Ventivoli. Tell me thy mind, for I have Pisa left in Padua, and to Padua come. But tell me your mind, for I have Pisa left, and am to Padua come. As he that leaves a shallow plush to dive him in the deep, and there seeks to quench his thirst with satiety.
Mi perdonato, gentle master mine. I'm in all affected as yourself, glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let's be no stoics nor no stocks, I pray. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let's be no stoics nor no stocks, I pray, nor so devote to Aristotle's checks as Ovid be an outcast, quite abjured. Balk logic with acquaintance that you have in practice rhetoric in your common talk. Music and poesy used to quicken you. The mathematics and the metaphysics fall to them as you find your stomach serves you. No profit grows when there is no pleasure attained. Brief, sir, study most intellect.
And what I'm saying is that this is a watered down, variance of what you want. What you want to do is you want to take a broadside ballad type thing.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you on the ballad, but see, there are two ways that we can go. We can either go the very simple, very, very primitive, just strum a chord, sing a line thing. You've heard of that.
You've got to pick it.
Really, that is the music they used back then.
Well, wait.
What you have to do is you have to adopt it back into its original style. The song itself is more the style, not necessarily the guitar playing from chord or...
What?
You're a scandal spreader.
Aren't I though? Isn't it fun? Look how heavy it makes me. I don't know. Every time I look around, I've got another person to work with a clarinet, a French horn. Oh, my, with a cotillion too. This doesn't work.
More beautiful than any woman in this waning age.
Until the tears that she has shed for thee, like envious floods, overrun her lovely face. She was the fairest creature in the world, and yet is inferior to none.
Aye. Am I a lord?
I tell you all about how she was out with a green dress. I'm now on Act 2, Adrian.
Yay. What?
Oh no, the street singer again. Yeah. The same thing.
The street singer.
Sorry, he's one of, are there any more seam rippers left?
Does the
Using scissors. Yeah, it needs to come off.
Then someone else should
Rip up the whole dress that way.
What? Song in it? We do have a song.
Celia made up her songs.
She did.
Magdalena,
hyena face.
Oh yeah, Magdalena. I love listening to her sing that.
And then I
so freaky.
sing One Pair of Arms is like another in my humming thing.
What? That's the song I was singing backstage.
Oh, do you know what I saw last night on no, it was the night before on Tom Smothers' brother show. They were singing that nasty thing about I love to be an Okie from the sky, and it was beautiful. They have 30 million American flags swirling in the breeze.
Where is this on
Yeah, it's a bed after my own heart. Oh yes! Oh yes!
Nay, sirs, let us alone. I will not go to bed. Or ere I do, it will be what o'clock I say it is.
So this gallant will command the sun. Right, now, Harry, that's still not, it's not sort of, this gallows will command the sun. It's really, don't be late. Yeah. All right, try that again. All right, so take her off and tie. Go.
So this gallant will command the sun.
All right, now, Gary, that's I know. It's very sloppy. Very sloppy up here. It's almost, you make the circle, and then you stop and come back. And it's almost as though something's pulling you there, right? And go. Try that.
Why? So this, do you want me to come all the way up here before I start?
Just feel it out. Just play.
Why, so this gallant will command the sun.
Yeah. Okay, it's got to be a little bit tighter, a little bit more. Okay, next scene. 1:45. What is it? Which way goes thou, gentle mistress? Just. That's where I want you to play, that whole next scene. Out. Just there. No turns, nothing like that. Just turn. The whole thing until she comes across a virgin, she comes across old man, and then make your move.
But is it true?
Is this true? Use the word true.
Yeah. But is this true? Or is it else your pleasure, like...
Is it else your pleasure?
Or is it else your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, to break a jest upon the company you overtake?
Yes, that's bad, but except you're speeding it out. Or is it else your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, comma, to break a jest upon the company you overtake? Let's separate the thing. Come in this way. Right, really sweep them around. This, sir, is the house, please. The funny thing is that, to the horse. Very short. Horse. Pig.
Pegasus.
Ah! Pegasus. Right?
This, sir, is the house. Please it you that I call?
Aye.
What else? And but I be deceived, Signor Baptista may remember me 20 years ago in Genoa, where we were lodgers together at the horse.
Pegasus.
Pegasus.
'Tis well, and hold your own in any case, with such austerity as longeth to your
I think you better start moving on that. 'Tis well. Look.
Do your duty thoroughly, I advise you. Imagine 'twere the right Vincent.
No, that's going to be strong with this hand, eh?
Whoa.
This is the hand. Just gently, but I mean, whack. Right? So it's got to come from the left, right? Then you didn't have the second part. Is that enough? All right, I'll try again. Happy be the man, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't get the embrace.
Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake. I will make the man mad to make a woman of him.
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet, whither away? Or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier the man whom favorable stars allots thee. That everything I look upon seemeth green. Now, see, thou art a reverend father. Pardon, I pray you, for my man.
Mistress?
My merry mistress, that with your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vincentio, my dwelling Pisa.
Slow it down, make it sense.
And bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine which long I have not seen.
Oh, what is his name?
Move in.
Lucentio,
No,
gentle
not
sir.
directly in. Come in, take the center spot.
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily met, the happier for thy son. And now by law as well as reverend age, I may entitle thee my loving father.
Father, now look across at her. Another joke up here. Right? This is for you. It's another joke. My loving father. So something's got to happen there. You can't be dull.
This gentlewoman, thy son by this hath married.
No, thy son, thy son by this.
Hath married.
Yeah, by this has got to sound like something. What does it sound like?
It sounds bluff because
Well, I didn't mean bluff. I mean, it sounded like by this horse or by this tree or by this pool of something. You know, what is it?
Interpret that. Well, yeah, I know what it
By
means.
this. By this hath married. No pause between this and half. And it'll pull in.
Thy son by this hath married. And may, no wonder not, no be not grieved. for she is of good esteem, her dowry wealthy, and befits the spouse of any gentle nobleman. Let me embrace with Vincentio, and wander we to see thy honest son, who will be full joyous of thy arrival.
But is this true? And if she be froward, then hast thou taught Hortensio to be untold.
Right. And you might take the cake.
Oh, good! I want to do that! I want to do that!
Right?
To be untold.
Okay?
Oh, good!
Really think you need to come across and look at him, look back at her, to him, and
Yeah,
go
I tried,
across.
but I never did really look at
You
it.
didn't embrace her either. And young, budding, not quite sure what you're going to say. Make us, you see, we're not anticipating anything. You've got to make us anticipate. Young, budding, not all the way back because it'll take too long. Young, budding, virgin. You've got to declare that. Young, budding, virgin. And that's the thing, virgin. It's got to come out. And then, whither wilt thou, right? Really enjoy the thing. Look at that lovely maple tree with a pool of water. You come by, you say, whoa, wow, father's house. Then they come in. Watch them come in. Well, they haven't been thinking. Well, you'll have to figure it out, dear. I can't stop with that kind of thing. Go.
But come, since this bar-in-law makes us friends, it shall so far forth be friendly maintained, till by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a sister, to a husband we help her youngest to a husband, and have tooth afresh. I'll charm him first, to keep his tongue, eh?
So had you need. In brief, sir, sit it but your pleasure is, and I am tried to be obedient. For so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, though I think 'twas in another sense. I am content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio be so, for Lucentio loves, and I shall be a slave to achieve this maid, whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Oh, but here he comes.
Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and now have come abroad to see the world.
Truchio, shall I then come roundly to thee, and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favoured wife? Thou'st thank me but a little for my counsel. And yet I'll promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich. Oh, without too much, my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such a friends as we, few words suffice. Thus I come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay then, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. I give him gold enough and marry him to a puppet or an aglet baby or an old trot near a tooth in her head.
Youngest, stand aside.
Poor girl, she weeps. Go, ply thy needle, meddle not with her. Shame thou hilding of a devilish spirit. Hadst thou wronged her that ne'er did wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Whatever fortune stays him from his word, though he be blunt, I know him passing wise. Though he be merry, yet withal he's honest.
Would Catherine had never seen a girl!
Go, I cannot blame thee now to weep. Such an injury would vex a very saint. You're welcome, sir.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you ought not well.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
I will wait today before nay at night. Make it no wonder. If you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. dine with my father, drink a health to me, for I must hence and forthwith bid farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Content to stay.
I am content you shall entreat me stay, and yet not stay.
Now, if you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
Horses, I be ready. The oats have eaten the horse.
Neither do what thou canst. I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow, not till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. You may be jolly whiles your boots are green. For me, I'll not be gone till I please myself. 'Tis like you prove a jolly surly groom that take upon you at the first so roundly.
The prettiest Kate in Christmas. Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate. But dainty are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised and thy virtue spoke of, yet not so deeply as thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved! In good time, let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew at the first you were immovable.
Why, what's a movable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such day as you with me, you mean.
Come, Kate, I will not burden thee, even though you but young and light.
Too lifeless like a sway as you to catch. And yet, as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well taken, like a buzzard.
Slow-wing a turtle. Shall a buzzard take me?
For a turtle, as he takes a buzzard.
Oh, come, you wasp, in faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, beware my sting.
My remedy, then, is to pluck it out.
The fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp doth wear his sting? In his tail.
It is
Whose tongue?
yours if you talk of tails. And so, farewell.
What, my tongue in your tail?